YouTube. How's it going? I wanted to share with you a few things that I've heard, maybe a couple things that I've heard from people in real life conversations with me about the job that I'm doing. Okay, so in case you're curious of starting social media and you're like, huh, I wonder what other people would say or anything, I'll just share my experience with it. So I tell people that I talk about fragrances online. I hate the word influencer just because there's a sort of pretentious vibe that is latched onto it now, and something about it rubs me the wrong way. My bad, camera's kind of twisted. Here we go. All right. But a lot of the times, actually 100% of the times, in my personal experience, people that are always trying to give me advice have been men. Okay, there's always, when they know what I'm doing or I tell them what they're doing, they always want to add their 2 cents of how I need to become successful in what I'm doing and how to do it. I never take advice from people that aren't living the life that I want to live for myself. And second of all, actually, the people that are giving me that kind of advice, they are not following me because they're interested in fragrances. They're following me because they know me personally, right? So off the bat, one thing I hear a lot is, you need to post less. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You need to stop. You need to slow down. No, I will never take my foot off the gas because 1, this is what I like to do. And 2, I would rather over deliver than under deliver. There's this image that's been seared into my mind, or maybe this little cartoon short, and it's about this gold miner, and he's in the tunnel and he's hacking away and he's slowly pushing the wall, right? And then he gives up and turns away because he's not seeing any results. But if he hacked one more time, he would have hit the gold mine, all right? So for me, it's that mindset of you're 3 inches away or 3 feet away from gold. However, I'm not saying that I'm assuming everything I put out, I want it to go viral, because if that was the case, I would be deleting all my videos that don't perform well. And as you can clearly see, I keep everything on my channel because it's not about how many views I get, it's about documenting my process. I've said that a few times in videos that I've made similar to this one. So when it comes to people trying to impose and give their advice on things, I automatically shut it off. And here's, I guess, a way that I feel a lot of people can relate to this is, when you're going to Thanksgiving dinner and there's always that one uncle or that one aunt that is spewing advice for everybody. They're like, this is how to raise your children. This is how to take care of your dog. This is how you get that job you want. And they're the least successful person in that room. The people that are always talking the most and trying to tell everybody what to do don't have anything to back them. That's just what I've seen personally. Again, this is not a generalization. This has been what it is every single situation that I'm in. In fact, the most successful people in the room are never beating on their chest. They're never telling you, this is what you need to do. You need to do this, 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 this. They never talk at you like that. They're always listening and, just having a conversation, getting to know you and keeping themselves at a minimal. You know what I mean? That's what I've observed. So whenever there's somebody that is nonstop jawing at me and they have a private Instagram account and they're not trying to grow anything, you know what I'm saying? I straight up say no. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not like, yeah, no, that's good, blah, blah, blah. I'm not nodding and saying, oh, well, I never thought about that. I straight up say no, because I'm not going to stroke somebody's ego when they're trying to tell me what I need to do for myself when they have no idea what it takes to be behind the camera at all, okay? For the most part, the reason they're giving that advice is because they don't want to see me so much on their page probably. And they're also like, you need to change your background because it's the same background. It looks like the same video. This goes back to what I've said in a previous video, where my content isn't just for making my existing base happy. It's for reaching new audiences. And when a new person sees me and comes across my page and they see a fragrance they're interested in, let's say Aqua de Joya in the background, they'll stick around or they'll message me, hey, I love that video, by the way. Can you talk more about the one behind you, the green one, Aqua de Joya? I want to buy it. And then I can make a video on it, or I'm like, yeah, I have a video on that. So it just captures attention more for new people. And especially even the ones that have been following me for a while, they see the gifts that they've given me in the background. Like, oh my God, she still has that Woman in Gold by Black Phantom that I gave her. That's super sweet. Or she still has all this. And I just because I'm very appreciative of it. You know, I appreciate everybody that's shown their love and their support for this channel. So I want to display that every single day when I'm in front of this collection. Now, not all my videos are in front of my collection because you've seen videos of me in my car trying to get business done, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I like having this because it's definitely more credible of a background than my old videos where I would just be in front of a blue wall like that and be talking in front of a camera. Okay, so that's something I'll never change. And here's another thing, okay? If you're somebody that is starting this journey and you're having people basically slam like their opinion down your throat and telling you exactly what you need to do, but they have no experience in it whatsoever, just like realize that when they're talking, like it comes to a point where it's not for your benefit that they're giving you that advice. For example, there's somebody that when I was maybe at 1,000 followers on Instagram or even 10,000 on TikTok, and then now I'm over at 200,000, multiple times this person has told me, you're doing too much, do less. Like recently, actually, I was catching up with somebody I haven't seen in a while, talking about like my job, and they're like, oh yeah, like that's cool, I see your stuff, I love it. And this person randomly comes in and is like, yeah, but you're posting too much, you need to stop posting so much, post less. So when I actually think about it, because in the moment I just said no, right? But when I reflect on it, and if I try to put myself in that position where somebody that I love and care about is doing really well and is very happy and they're thriving and they're growing exponentially the way they want to, they're going pedal to the metal, and I'm on the sidelines screaming, slow down, like you're doing too much, you're trying too hard, you're doing all that kind of stuff. What does that sound like? Is that actually trying to help that person? Because to me, when I look back at that, it sounds pretty salty. Like, why would you want to slow somebody down that's like, the iron is fucking hot? You know what I mean? Like, they're going at it 110 miles an hour. So when I look at it with that perspective, it's like, okay, yeah, that is no longer advice. That is something that they actually are trying to benefit me with. It's just what they want to see. And what they want to see is me taking a slower time to get to where I want to be. And I mean, I'm going to be as honest and transparent with you on my feelings about it, but that's what I've seen. And I think that there are people that have much bigger channels than mine that probably have similar stories, where there are people that are very supportive of them, but there's also people that kind of have that little bit of like, there's a little bit of fakeness that goes about it, where it's like, why are you telling me to do the opposite of something that's making me do well, that people receive really well? And they're like, well, no, it's just because I think it'd be better. It's like, do you really think that? Or it's making you uncomfortable watching somebody be happy and grow in that way. And usually I like to give people the benefit of the doubt and think everyone has good intentions. And that's always how I start. I always give everybody that line of respect. But when it's happened, and that comment has happened over 15 times in different occasions, and has been like, it gets brought up when I'm talking to somebody new and just like blurted in there, it's kind of like, all right, backtrack a little bit, you know what I mean? It makes you want to just go harder and just produce more and more and more. So basically, I'm very glad that as of a year and a half ago, I already came to that realization of, I'm going to do things for me my way. If there's things that fail, I will take accountability for that. But like, honestly speaking, this is the happiest I've been in my entire life. Okay. Like when I was in college, I already told you that story before of like me still like feeling a bit off. There was just so many things that I didn't feel like myself. Right. And this year in 2021, in 2021, everything would just clicked for me. And I'm just filled with a bunch of love and gratitude and stuff like that. And I got to thank a lot of you for that, because I would not be able to live the life I'm living right now if I didn't have amazing supporters behind me, supporting my channel, supporting me, and interacting with me on a daily basis. So I appreciate you all. I'm going to keep doing my thing. For those of you out there that want to take it to that next step and to start creating, do that shit. Do it. Don't give a fuck what anybody says. Do it your way. Anyways, have a great one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.